missed it.
Yeah, I want to start off by apologizing to the team that I took out. I think it was several cars, and I feel terrible about that.
Cletus McFarland has sent shockwaves through the ARCA Menard series after a high-profile crash at Charlotte Motor Speedway left fans stunned and the garage area divided. What was meant to be a celebratory Memorial Day weekend, a crown jewel in motorsports, quickly turned into a lightning rod for debate about safety, experience, and the role of internet fame in professional racing. McFarland, a YouTuber turned racer with millions of followers, was making just his third ARCA start of the year. The spotlight was on him from the green flag, especially since NASCAR streamed his in-car footage live to over 35,000 viewers on YouTube. It was his debut on an intermediate oval, a very different beast from the superspeedways like Daytona or Talladega, where he'd previously impressed. He rolled off the grid in 11th and looked sharp early on, climbing into the top 10 and appearing settled by the time the first caution came out. But after that, things quickly escalated. While most teams opted for fresh tires, McFarland and his team made a bold call to stay out, betting on track position. It worked at first. He lined up on the front row for the restart right beside Truck Series veteran Grant Enfinger. It was a major moment, a viral personality leading the ARCA field to green. But the celebration didn't last. As soon as the green flag dropped, McFarland's tires spun. His car broke loose, fishtailing in the high groove. He wrestled the wheel trying to regain traction, but before he could stabilize the number 34, William Sawalich tapped him from behind, and the situation spiraled out of control. McFarland slid sideways, clipping Isabella Robusto's number, 55, and sending her violently into the outside wall. The impact was brutal. Her car bounced off the wall and spun back into the infield, collecting several other vehicles in the chaos. Inside his car, McFarland was visibly emotional, pounding the steering wheel and shouting in frustration. Over the radio, he could be heard muttering, "I blew it. That was on me." Total rookie move. The wreckage left multiple cars destroyed and teams scrambling. McFarland's incident reignited a fierce debate. Should a driver with limited experience, regardless of their fame, be racing wheel-to-wheel with seasoned professionals in a series where every dollar counts? ARCA regulars weren't shy with their opinions. "We're out here trying to build careers, not content," said one anonymous driver whose car was damaged in the wreck. "I get it. He brings viewers. But views don't fix bent frames or blown engines." Veteran driver Grant Enfinger, who restarted beside McFarland, offered a more measured take. "Look, I've got respect for anyone who gets behind the wheel, but this level of racing is serious. Decisions have consequences. That restart? It was a tough one to watch." And then there was Isabella Robusto, who bore the brunt of the crash. "We worked our tails off to get that car ready," she said in a post-race interview. "Budget's tight, and something like this can set us back for weeks. I know Cletus didn't mean to cause it, but it's frustrating when your season's on the line." Social media lit up in the aftermath, with some fans defending McFarland's raw honesty and willingness to take the blame. Others pointed fingers at ARCA and his team, Reddy Jones Racing, accusing them of putting publicity ahead of preparation. Many questioned the decision to keep him out on old tires, an aggressive call that, while tactically interesting, may have set the stage for disaster. There's no way a rookie should have been up there with worn tires, especially not on a restart with a guy like Enfinger next to him, one commentator argued on Twitter. That's just asking for trouble. Despite the chaos, McFarland's team got the car patched up and back on track. To his credit, he stayed on the lead lap and began working his way through the field once again. He managed to climb as high as 7th late in the race, impressing some with his racecraft in traffic. Still, the inexperience showed. As the leaders took the white flag, Thad Moffitt and Dr. Stereopoulos both overtook him, dropping McFarland to 9th, his best ARCA finish to date, narrowly better than his 10th at Talladega. But the result was overshadowed by the earlier crash and by the controversy it stirred. After the race, McFarland stood in front of the cameras and didn't dodge responsibility. "I just want to start by apologizing to the teams I messed up today," he told Fox Sports 1. "I feel terrible. I made a bad call on that restart. I zigged when I should have zagged, and I ended up putting Isabella in the wall. It's 100% on me." He went on to admit that racing on intermediate tracks is far more challenging than he expected. "This was a wake-up call," he said. I forgot how different this is from Daytona. No restrictor plate here. I gave it the beans, and it just stepped out. No excuses. I've got a lot to learn." The reactions to his apology were mixed. Some appreciated the accountability and praised him for staying in the race and grinding out a top 10 finish. Others said words can't undo the damage, especially for small budget teams that may not recover easily. The bigger question now looms over the series. Should ARCA and other development-level racing leagues allow YouTube personalities and influencers with limited experience to compete in competitive fields? For some, it's a simple issue of safety and fairness. It's not about gatekeeping. One driver told a racing podcast, "It's about respect. Respect for the track, the car, and the people racing beside you. If you want to be here, prove it the right way." While Cletus McFarland does bring valuable attention to ARCA and has clearly shown flashes of potential, the fallout from Charlotte proves that real racing isn't forgiving. One bad restart changed the outcome for half a dozen drivers and left some questioning if the risk is worth the spotlight. Race winner Austin Green, who earned his first ARCA victory that night, barely got a mention in many recaps. "I feel bad for Austin," said one fan on Reddit. "He ran a smart, clean race. But all anyone's talking about is Cletus." McFarland's next scheduled start is at Bristol in September, another unforgiving short track with high stakes. Whether he'll face added pressure from competitors or officials remains to be seen. But one thing is clear, Charlotte was a brutal reminder that racing isn't just about views or viral moments. It's about skill, respect, and the ability to learn from your mistakes.